What's up, everybody? Half Baked here, and today we're going to be checking out the first of the co-op missions on Battlefield 3, which is Operation Exodus. Being as you need two people to play co-op with you, I was able to grab one of my buddies, Internet Famous, to play with me instead of playing with some randoms, and we jumped on to check out this first mission. As you can see, it's pretty basic. Here I'm checking out the weapons and this ammo supply place. You're basically given two main weapons and a choice of equipment. You can choose the M249 SAW, the M16A assault rifle, the M39 EBR, and the Javelin. And for equipment, you can have claymores and anti-tank mines. And the M16 also has a grenade launcher. So far, I haven't found a lot of use for the claymores on normal or easy mode. And you definitely need to have the Javelin as your second weapon because of the tanks. Also, as you can see, I started off here with the sniper rifle, but as I don't do too great with it, I think the SAW is probably your best bet for taking out multiple people quickly and easily. Also, as you see, we're staying up here on the bridges, which is like one of the worst places to be in my opinion. Like, you seem to take a lot of fire from every direction. I definitely prefer to stay on the ground now that I've learned and played a couple different times. I'm sure you'll see a couple different times of us reviving each other because we're staying up on the bridges eating way too many bullets. Here you see me finally switch over to the SAW. And the first wave is pretty basic. Most of the guys come from the north. As I completely fail and shoot Famous in the back with a Javelin or something. Shoot the wall. That was terrible. Famous revives me though. The first wave is pretty basic. Everyone comes from basically the same north direction, and they bring one tank. So the first wave is not too hard to survive and get through pretty much every time, as long as you stay off this top bridge if you can. Because you'll see me, we'll go down multiple times up here. This is our first or second attempt, I can't really remember. But we hadn't learned our lesson from it yet. But definitely the Javelin and the anti-tank mines are the two things you want to roll with as your secondary in your equipment, because you have to get rid of the tanks. They are definitely the biggest threat for failing. As you see, we've finally survived the first wave, and the second wave comes from this little left alley over here. And the worst part about it is there's a couple dudes on top of the building. They're tough to take out, and one guy shoots rockets down on you. As you see me get taken out and I'm down again. I'm able to take, I think, one guy out over there while being down. Famous picks me up though. Off to fighting off this second wave on the left. Like I said, the guys up top are the biggest pain in the ass to kill because they're like head glitching over the top of the rail, and it's kind of annoying to fight against them. I like to try to get on the staircase and use the staircase to kind of head glitch back and try to pick them off. The right guy, as you can see, is the rocket guy, but I ran out of bullets. To reload, you just need to stand by the ammo things. You don't have to actually switch weapons. If you stand there, then you'll get more bullets. Let's finally pick off the dude on the left. And I think I get the dude on the right. I don't know if I got him there. Yeah, I think I got him there. And pick off the two dudes between the van. And more coming down the alley, and here comes the tank. it'd probably be optimal now that I realize you should probably put some tank mines over in the alley as soon as the second wave starts, or after the first wave ends, since you know the tank's gonna come from that way. And I'm down again. And here comes the tank. We gotta give Famous props for his medic skills during this round. We almost fail right here, but I think Famous is able to destroy the tank with me pretty much doing nothing. Because I'm out of rockets and have nothing I can kill it with. And there's the final shot, I think, because my rocket would never shoot. I tried shooting it like 4 times and it would never shoot. The next wave comes from the north again, but this time they bring 2 tanks. So I think it's pretty much best just to get on the bridge and try to take out the tanks real quick, and then take out all the infantry. As you'll see, the first tank shows up pretty quickly, so you're able to shoot at him from a pretty long distance away. But if you're one of those people that usually just plays multiplayer in these FPS games, DICE finally gave us a reason to put some time into co-op. All your points that you earn during these co-op missions go directly towards unique weapon unlocks that can only be unlocked through the co-op missions. The points you score in the co-op missions are kind of like experience, and they total up, and at certain levels you earn these 7 different unique weapon unlocks. At 63,000 total points, you earn the MP412 Rex pistol, which can be used on all kits. At 126,000 points, you unlock the KH-2002 assault rifle, which can be used on the assault class. At 189,000 points, you unlock the MP7 machine pistol, which can be used on all kits. At 262,000 points, you unlock the M39 sniper rifle, which can be used on the recon class. At 315,000 points, you unlock the M93 pistol, which can be used on all kits. At 378,000 points, you unlock the SG553 carbine, which can be used with the engineer class. At 441,000 points, you unlock your last unlock, which is the G3A3 assault rifle, which can be used with the assault class. Now, that's quite a bit of points. I was getting about 10,000, 11,000 points a game on the normal difficulty for this first mission. So, and each one took about 14 minutes to complete, 14 to 15 minutes. So it's gonna take you a little bit of effort in these missions and a little bit of time to reach the last unlock. But I like the fact that they gave you a reason to play. I think it's kind of cool, and so far the ones I've played so far, they really are cool, and they give you a different experience to the game, and something I probably wouldn't have checked out unless they had these unlocks available to you. So if you're like me and you never check out Spec Ops or co-op missions or anything but multiplayer on your FPS games, you know, swoop over to the co-op and check it out and get these weapons. As you see me and Famous finishing off this last wave on this north side, after you finish off this wave, these trucks back here move up, and you move up on to this east like flank area. Right here there's nobody, and they're telling me time to go to the east flank. So I run over here to try to reload the javelin and get some anti-tank mines. because I know there's going to be more tanks. But this is probably the best tip in the video as I'm running over here to the base. If you look over here to the right in front of this Jeep in this building, you can go in there and there's an ammo crate to refill all your stuff in case you run out of stuff on this part, and you don't have to run all the way back to that other ammo crate, because that's what we were trying to do before we figured it out at the end of this mission. So if you didn't know that, make sure you check out the ammo crate that's in that building over there on the right side. And once you're over here on this east side, this first wave comes from basically directly in front of you. What I like to do is move up, actually one more wall from where I'm at. You'll see me do it here in a minute, because you have a better angle to shoot down the road, kind of from the little angle they come from over there. Yeah, right here is the best spot in my opinion. You can sit right here and just pick them off, and the first wave comes from directly in front of you, like I said. Also, you don't want to get too far away from each other when you're playing this, because if one of you does happen to go down, you don't want to have the other one to come all the way through the fire to pick you up. It's just easier if you can just back up a couple feet or whatever. So try not to stray too far away from each other, but this is where I like to be. So the second wave sneaks up on you from this back alley over here. It scared the shit out of me the first time I played it. All of a sudden I hear the bullets behind me and freaked out and saw a bunch of dudes running through there. But so they snuck through and took Famous down. So I get over here and revive him after I take him out. And this next wave, the biggest problem with them is once again people on top of the building head glitching. And a couple of them shoot rockets down at you, and they can blow you up if you're standing by these cars. So you gotta kind of be careful with that. When you hear the rockets, you gotta take those guys out pretty fast. As I almost die right here, I think. Yeah, here's one of the rockets. I don't even know how I didn't get hurt, but the rocket dudes can take you out pretty easily. One just lands right beside me and I almost die. So I retreat a little bit. Back here you're not as vulnerable, but you can still get hit as I get hit again. And now I'm trying to take him out. He only pops up to peek and shoot a rocket, and then he'll go back down. And this wave also brings a tank. So after they come through the alley, the next wave has a tank and rocket dudes on top of the building. But I'm pretty sure that's close to the last wave. And after you take out the tank, it's just basically clean up the rest of the smaller infantry, and you don't really have much to worry about as one dude gets around behind us. And here come the helicopters to give us a ride the fuck out of here. And take a couple more pop shots at a couple dudes. At this point I didn't really think I knew exactly where to go or what I was supposed to do. But now I see the marker. And now you see me go in here. Here's the ammo crate I was talking about earlier. Just go in there and fill your stuff up. It's much easier than running all the way back. And well, this is pretty much the end of the video, because my ride's here and I'm about to get the fuck up out of here. Peace out.